Oh my gosh, I didn't see you there. Hello. I've just been hanging out in my city here that I've been building and having a great time doing so. And it's so beautiful, and plots will be available soon, and I can't keep up this charade any longer. I'm just going to talk like a regular person. Hi, welcome to the Sternco channel. I am Stern, and I am in my city that I'm working on. Yes, a city. A building house. A building. It's where the buildings live, and they're born. And that's what I'm making. I'm actually finishing up a little bit right now. I still have some terraforming to do, which you'll probably see in a minute. But other than that, this is like, the plots are done. I just got to get the city approved, make the rule board. I'm a nerd, and I know that because the rule board is my favorite part of the city. Trying to figure out the rules and like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? Looking at other cities and like, okay, how do their rules work? And just trying to figure out how to make it a thing, how to make this official. So I'm a nerd. That's one of my favorite parts. But we're out here and we're looking around at night, which is great because this is a big flat open area, so mobs are going to be everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff and what I'm working on. I am going to get back to my list on videos. It's just been really hard because, for those of you who don't know, I just had a son. And he's great. He and I have a lot in common, being that we both cry, sleep, and poop ourselves quite often. So having to deal with that is, not deal with, but yeah, deal with that is a thing that's happening in my life. Also, I like to record when the house is empty and my wife is a teacher. So she's home for summer. So it's really hard to find a moment to be like, hey, do you mind if I record Minecraft as a full-grown adult man? And she has no qualms about making fun of me, which is fine. I know who I am. But yeah, so she's actually gone right now. She went shopping and took the little guy. So I'm having some free time to record. It's actually my third time trying to record this. Because the first time I left my coordinates on. The second time I left my microphone off, which I'm actually going to double check right now. Yes, microphone is on. I recorded 20 minutes and was like, oh, my microphone's not on. But yeah. So here's a tunnel that comes through the city here. I don't know if you saw it. But we're actually going to see something terrifying. That's my next problem to deal with in the city. Which is the giant face of God staring down at us. I wish I was joking. But yeah, someone actually, before I region this area, someone was doing map art here. So I have this giant face that I have to deal with. And yeah, that's a thing. So I have to get TNT perms and just blow that up. So if you're watching when I'm asking for TNT berms and you're like, what's it for? It's to kill God. Please don't say no to me because I made a joke about me wanting to kill and or fight God. I don't. Devout Christian man. I hit the thing up. Jeez. But yeah, so I have to deal with that next. There's going to go a mansion here, which is where I'm getting a lot of my stone. As well as just clearing it out. It's going to be really nice because it's going to overlook the entire city. And you can see the city actually is, it's tiered really well. So down there, where we had like the granite sidewalk, is actually a farmer's market area. So those will be rentable areas. So yeah, we're going to do events and stuff at the farmer's market once a week or once a month, however we decide to do that. This city's actually by me and the True Techie. Together. It's on about 850,000 fossils worth of land. So yeah, we're very excited for all that going on. You can see some more of the city. This area over here is the new one that I'm working on. That's pretty much done. I just have to fill in the farmer's market plots. I'm trying to figure out what to fill it with. Stone or andesite or something to kind of separate it as the roads do. But over here is the next part. And again, you can see the tiered area here. There's a little park there. There's actually a lot of parks in this town. Or city that I'm making. You can see this one actually kind of, the river itself weaves through and this itself is a park. And it actually kind of slithers in and crosses there and almost cuts this area in half. Just to keep the natural flow. Because there's actually, I don't know if you can see, I'm just going to go over there. There's a chasm. I'm going to die. But there's a chasm. Woo! Right here that I almost fell in. And I wanted to keep that, so I'm actually gonna... River City used to have a glass layer over those, so don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. I'm super low on hunger. They used to have a glass dome over that stuff, So I really liked that, and I may end up stealing the idea. You can see someone has a little house right out there. I think it's within the region. It is within the region, because I know the region's huge. But it's actually an unregioned house, so we're all good. So big plots. The big plot over there is actually reserved for Icentipe, and that's for our. It's called our Sternco approved businesses, or SAB. And what that is businesses who are trying to move into Sternco-owned cities, because there will be more, or cities that are sponsored by Sternco in some way. What will happen is those plots, and those companies, I should say, are going to get those plots at a discounted price, being that, you know, they're vital to the economy of HM, and therefore we want to repay that hard work. All this has to go. That's going to be really cool, actually, because this is going to climb right up that mountain. A lot of this is actually flowing right with the land itself. So here, this is actually an anomaly of the city. But were this to be a little bit flatter, it would make sense. But since that's a mountain, it's actually going to climb up the mountain a little bit. Over here we have the pier, right next to this tree that I still have to take down. Okay. So over here we have the pier. And you can see it on my mini-map there, as we're coming across it. We have the pier with the helicopter pad at the end. Excuse me. And this is actually a jungle and ocean biome. So I put the sign here just so people know when they come up. This is a jungle biome. If you're looking for jungle fish, this is where you get them. There's this nightmare of water. I guess all of this was sand. And during the Great Sand Crisis of 2018, where we lost many a soldier, people just came and destroyed this area. Which is fine, I understand, but still, it's like, now I gotta fill that in because I'm putting a city here. Coming down here, got this nice open area. I kind of see this as, so I live in California, and in LA and San Francisco, your piers usually have enough space for like bands and stuff to go here. I may put like little temporary shops, but there will be more permanent shops on this side here. And they will have a height restriction. Actually, the whole city will have height restrictions, just to keep it, you know, making sense. That's one of the big parts of the tiered, I'm going to swim across, of the tiered city, and how some spots are higher than others. And the reason is because I want the city to have a skyline that you can see from almost anywhere. So if you're on one of the lower areas, you'll not only see the buildings in front of you, but you'll also see the buildings behind those very easily. They don't have to be crazy tall to be seen. And I built that so I could take a picture, so don't worry about that. Now you have to get rid of that. This is our airport area. It's also where I've been getting stone, as you can see from that hole there. I'm going to extend this parking area so people can actually park their cars here by the airport, fly from somewhere here, or fly back, and they can drop off their car and pick it up later. Yeah, so that'll be really cool. I'm very excited about that. That's one of those just very different things. Oh, over here we have the dam, or one edge of it. All of this is actually on top of a waterway. And I wanted to preserve, if I couldn't preserve the waterway, given the plots, I wanted to preserve the idea of the waterway. So here you can see it kind of cuts to this wood here. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side that I did over here, but I'll show you after I deal with these jokesters. Don't you do it. Don't you do it a second time. I don't want a bow. Okay. But over here, we have this. That's actually almost like a water treatment facility. I call it a dam. I know it's not, but you can actually turn that off. And it gets replaced by the glowstone there. Do it again. Really simple redstone stuff, but looks really cool. So we have that. Come over on this side. We have the bridge here, the Techie Bridge in Stern Park. And this is actually the first area that we designed. Flowing back into this back area. And this is, like I said, I think it's on 850k worth of land. And we actually left a nice area here for A, the 15k border that you need for cities, and B, the intention is to have a racetrack that goes around the entire city. And you're probably thinking, like, that's insane because you'll have to fuel up the cars, which is what this spot's here for on the dead end. Is you can actually pull your car in here like a pit stop, fuel up, and then continue the race. So it'll be really cool. Farmer's market area. I think I talked about this already. I know I did. But yeah, it's just working on something different there. The other thing is my farm here. So this is one of my villager farms. It's actually one of my larger villager farms, not my main one, but it is a larger one. And I'm going to make this semi-accessible, so people are actually going to be able to access villagers, trade, sell, and have an economy within the city itself. Oh, there's also a spawner on the other end over there, right? Where am I? Yeah, there's going to be a public spawner, just to grind for XP. But in here, yeah, you're going to be able to trade with villagers, sell emeralds back, and just, it's going to be really cool. I'm also going to put a tram that runs through here. I think I'm going to take like one of these plots and make it the tram. I think my sheep farm's right here. Yeah, the sheep farm's right there. I need to actually get that stone. So the tram will come through there, and you'll be able to see the villagers, wave at them. Ooh, isn't that cool? See people in like the factory working facilities, trading with them, designing new areas, working. I'll actually be doing classes on how to breed villagers and stuff like that, being that I've somehow become the villager guy. There's that tree I need to take down. But yeah, so this is going to be really cool, just because it's really going to be really cool. I'm excited for that. But yeah, lots of cool stuff coming. We have a boardwalk, which is going to have attractions, as well as rides, roller coasters, stuff like that. We have the dam, we have the public villager farm, we have the public spawner farm, or spawner, farmer's market. I'm really wanting to put in a zoo. I've been collecting eggs so we could put in a zoo. And basically everything that I've seen in other cities and them doing, and everything that I've learned in my experience working with cities, all put into one big, beautiful construct. So it's gonna be great, and I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. So let me know in the comments below, or on this topic, you know, is there anything that you want to see in this city, or anything you're not seeing and you're curious about? Just let me know, because that's something that I really want to work on. And this is a city that basically me and Techie went into. I just guess I picked up more stuff from that skeleton. We went into and said, let's not worry about the money part. Let's not worry about the should actually be one tall. About the time. Let's just worry about making this a good city. Time and money we're not dealing with. I'm starving, so I'm gonna have to go in a minute. But time and money we're not dealing with. We're just gonna deal with making something really good, really cool. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Oh, I also designed these. These are very different, and I designed these to be really cool. So you can actually access this building, for example, through the door here. But since it's set up this way, you can also access it if they wanted to put a door here. So you actually have the option for having your building on an upper terrace or a lower terrace, depending on where your entrance is. And I think that's really cool. There's a lot of buildings that are going to be like that, and areas specifically made for that. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, come and visit New Jericho once it's open. I'm about to die.